right, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. Yeah, Mondays are still my worst day of the week. I fast on Mondays. I don't even know if fasting does anything good for you. I just heard some fuckhead say it one time. More than one time. Heaps of people say fasting's good for you, but I'm yet to see the fucking benefits of it. Because on Sunday, I eat as much as I possibly can. I weigh myself. I put on like 3.5 kilos. Monday morning, I have hunger pangs for about 6 hours because my stomach's expanded because of how much I ate on Sunday. And then I just dream about food all day. And then tomorrow I'll weigh myself and I'll weigh the same as I did before I gorged on Sunday. Does it fucking make any sense? Does anything make any sense anymore? I'm about 15 teas in. I did my other podcast today. That's the only human contact I have now. And I do it on a fast too. So by the time I get there, I don't even want to fucking talk to them. I just want to have something to eat. It's not even because the hunger is so bad. It's because I'm fucking bored. I hope the fucking fasting is doing something. The problem is I feel like shit when I'm gorging too. Like Sunday I gorged. No sugar, but I fucking ate. But you just feel shit all day. And the fat now, I must be at that age where when I eat shit, I just immediately put on weight. So I've cornered myself. I either eat like this for the rest of my life and maybe I scratch out an extra 5 years of misery, or I become a fat guy and live a happy fat man's life. I wasn't happy when I was fat. What am I talking about? If I was happy when I was fat, I would have just stayed fat. But losing weight is the same as any other improvement you try and make. If I fucking knew how hard it was going to be, I would not have started. I suppose it's not that hard, but it does take a lot of fucking discipline. I haven't eaten sugar in almost like 4 months. Now I'm terrified of fucking chocolate and cakes, just in case I have one and I fucking blow out again, and all this is a waste of time. Tell you what I have been loving though, fucking fruit. Kiwi fruit, I swear to God, if I had a decision to make, I can either jerk off or eat a kiwi fruit. I'd fucking take kiwi fruit any day of the week. The other thing is I fast on Mondays, and Mondays is always, as you know, Hypothetical Mondays. Tell me why. Hypothetical Mondays. Tell me why. Hypothetical Mondays. Tell me why. Hypothetical Mondays. I want to shoot the whole day down. And the thing is, Hypothetical Mondays take a lot more brain capacity than some of the other days. I have to think deeper and make it funny instead of just complaining about shit like I normally do. The other thing is, despite the fact it's hypothetical number 16 today, it seems like only about 8 to 10% of you are actually on board with Hypothetical Mondays. And so then it adds a little bit more work for me. I have to come up with my own fucking hypothetical. I go on Reddit, I go on fucking Google, they all suck. And I don't know if I can do another hypothetical about fucking a relative. Not this week anyway. Give me a couple of weeks break. Let me rebuild my incest inventories, and then I'll be back on it. So this week, luckily, I thought of a hypothetical about 10 seconds ago when I was talking about eating. So the hypothetical this week is something along the lines of, what would you choose? You get to eat anything you want and never put on weight or have your health adversely affected, or be able to drink booze without it destroying your life. Like no hangovers, you just pop up in the morning, fresh as a daisy, just get into whatever you need to do, but you get to have all the fun of the booze. Pretty much like being fucking 16 to 24. Fuck, that's a tough one. Is it that tough though? Instinct says booze. I would love to fucking just booze. The problem is I would spend all my time doing that anyway. So it would eventually stop me from doing shit. If I was drinking and I never got hangovers and there was no like physical or mental consequence to the drinking, then I would never ever stop drinking for anything. I would never stop drinking to go to work. Do you still do all the fucked up shit you do when you're drunk? The shit that made you quit? Or do you just not feel bad about it? You're like, yeah, fuck you, you deserved it. Nah, none of that matters. You can be a jerk and people love you even more for being a jerk. It's a drunken utopia. Well, if it's a drunken utopia, then my job would be drinking. That's how you get status in this utopia. The more you drink, the more you're revered. That's actually how I thought it was in the real world. I spent most of my life thinking that. But in this utopia, you can drink yourself to president. And sober people like me are frowned upon. They're hissed in the street. They're hated, much like here. That changes the whole game, the status thing. Because if it was just here, as you get older, who gives a fuck about drinking? Like in my 40s, it's not like you're going out anywhere. You're just sitting there talking to yourself in a room. And on the other hand, I fucking like a feed. I fucking love a feed. I do get a lot of joy stuffing my face full of shit. Okay, we'll throw another curveball in there. If you choose the drinking, you're never allowed to eat again. It's just booze for the rest of your life. And if you choose the eating, you're never allowed to drink alcohol ever again. It's just eating. Oof, that makes it hard. Fucking booze. Just booze for the rest of your life. I suppose you don't need a kebab in the morning or KFC in the morning if you're not hungover. But you're still not allowed to eat anyway. But you can just start drinking again. Whereas the food one, there's a lot more variety to food. And stuff in your face is very pleasurable. There's a lot more variety. Really, the food one was my life about 3 months ago. I was just stuffing my face with whatever the fuck I wanted. Except I was getting fat. In this world, I wouldn't get fat. And my heart wouldn't skip beats. And my arms wouldn't go numb when I went to sleep and woke up. I think you got to take the booze, don't you? What an opportunity. Not many people would have that. I mean, you get these skinny, wiry people like heroin addicts and meth heads who just eat whatever they want and they stay skinny all the time. And they don't seem to have any health repercussions either. But just to be able to booze with no consequences ever. And not only that, drink your way to the presidency. By the people, for the people, whatever that saying is. I'm going to choose booze. I'm comfortable with that decision. I didn't really like eating that much when I was drinking anyway. So I can definitely picture myself never stopping drinking. Anyway, that's another Hypothetical Monday done. I'm going to go look in my fridge and just stand there and stare for a few hours and then probably go to bed. Alright, if you're enjoying the podcast, give it a subscribe, share it with your friends. See you the fuck later.